Okay, welcome to my channel. I'll be talking about basketball. It's been long I talked about basketball. If you go to my previous post, I'll show you how it's done. Now, I did do some video in my previous post on basketball. Basketball is an interesting game that is better you play it than football. I know why. So let me just say the procedures to play on over to play on over and under. Okay, over and under. And also I have to go to the point of playing half. You can choose first half over and under, or you can choose second half over and under. Anyone you choose is okay, but choosing first half and second half over and under, it's better you go to second half over and under and do the prediction. You can go also to quarterly. You have first quarter and you have second quarter, you have third quarter, and you have fourth quarter. It all depends how you do it, but I just want to tell you how you can do the mathematics in it. So let us talk about this. Now we are talking about the Aquila Basket Trento and Olympia Milano. First of all, when you have this, you go to the table and check the possibility of if you look at it, they are almost of the same destiny. Now you check their HH new, but you can check the HH new. That's where you go again. Now, now based on what we are saying, we are talking about over and under, and first half or second half, and quarterly. When you say quarterly, they are into 4 segments. When you say half, they are into 2 segments. And when you say over and over, only 1 segment. That's the total number of goals at the end of the basketball. So how do you start playing this? First of all, you add these two. Between this, you write it down. You add this, you write it down. You add this, write it down. You write this, write it down. You also write this, write it down. This I'm talking about the total over and under. They said including the extra time. That's what I'm talking about. Now, if you look at it, 89 plus 87, 89 plus 87 will give you once it's equals to 176. When you divide it by, okay, sorry, it's equals to 176. Okay, you write it down, 176. You go over to this, the next one. You say 63 plus, okay, 79. The next one, you give you 142, okay, 142. You go to 91 plus 57. 91 plus, okay, 57. You give you 148. Then you go to 69 plus 87. 69 plus 87. It give you 156. Then the last one give you 68 plus 83. So the next one, so the next one will give you what, 68 plus 83. That will give you 151. Okay. Now, if you look at this, you find out that from the indication, only 176. That's the 2025 that has a higher 176. Others has been down. Is between. So what are you going to do to get it? Now you are going to check their markets. Okay, sorry, check their markets. Okay, so if you look at it, you find out that the overs are 155, 156, 156 going down the drain. It's a very simple one to choose here. But another thing you have to do as well is to divide all this. Okay, is to divide, let's say 176, 176 plus 142, okay, plus 148 plus 156 plus 151. Okay, it will give you a total of 770. Then you divide it, when you divide it by 5, it will give you 154.6. Okay, so which means 154.6. If you tap on this, you're going to make it. Okay, it's possible that you make it. If you tap on this, okay, it's possible that you make it. Now, another thing you have to understand, another thing you have to do is if you do the divided by 5, you can also do the use the, what do you call it, let's go to statistics again. Okay, you can also use the, if you look at it, the 2025, okay, and forget about the, let's say, okay, you can also use 3 to calculate it as well. Okay, you can also use 3 and calculate the ones that are previous ones that are calculated, the recent ones, sorry, that are calculated. You also forget about this. This is May 2024 to this ones, you forget about it, them. So you are calculating from 3rd November. There's the most recent ones here up. That's where you're calculating from again. Okay, what you do, you calculate it. You say, let's see, 176 plus 142 okay, plus 148. Okay, you divide it by 3, it will give you 155.3. So if you look at it, everything is in tandem of what we 155.3. So 155, anyhow you do it, it will still give you that 155 click. So when you click on this, is okay. So now, because of they have gotten 176 total before for the last game, understand, it will give you assurance that this will work. Even 156 will work. But you can still go down here and tap on 181. You can still go down here and tap on 180. Understand? These are places you can do. Now, under the quarterly, now under the first half, like I said, first half is always is okay. They score so many goals on first half, second. Anyone you want to choose, you can choose first half, second half. So what you have to do now is that the first one. Remember, the first one we calculated. That is this. We calculated this. It gave us 176. Now what you have to do now, for you to get the half, okay, for you to get the half, you divide everyone by 2. When you add it, the one you got, the total number, you divide them by 2. Okay, you also divide it by 5. Okay, that's how you do it. For example, we got 176 before, and 176 we got before. 176 you divide by 2, you give you 88. Okay, you give you 88. Then 142 divided by 2. 142 divided by 2 will give you 71. It's okay. Then you can just do 3. Do only 3. 148 divided by 2. Do only 3. It's still the same thing. 148 divided by 2 will give you 74. Just do 3 only. Okay. Now you see that the trend 88, 71, 74. So when you go the half, you see 88. There's a tendency of having 88, 79, But when you still divide all of them, let's say when you still divide all of them, it will still give you the same thing. It's 8 plus 71 plus this thing is too much, 74. Give you this, you divide it by 3. 77, it gives you 77.6. So under half, you go to first half and second half. Why this you go to the second half? The second half is better, like I told you, but you see, because they scored too many goals they scored too many balls. They scored too many in second half. That's why this thing is high. That's why it's high here. It's very high compared to first half. Okay, that's why here, but it still go for there. So if you look at it, you found out that 77.6 is the average. Okay, so if I were you, I will is the average, which is too dicey. But if you go under here and tap on it, it's not bad. Another thing you have to be looking at is the odds. It's high here, but when you go to the first half, the odd is a little bit smaller. Do you understand? Which means if it's a little bit smaller, it means that the tendency of it to click is there. So we are talking about this, and you can still go down here and talk about this. These are the possible things you have to go on. Then you can still go on onto the this and risk. If you want to risk it, you risk it. But on that second half, you have to go. So that's how it did. Then the quarterly, you talk about the quarterly. The quarterly now, the first one, remember we got 176. The first one, that's here. I hope you understand what I'm doing here. The first one, here we got 176. Okay. Okay, the second one we got 142 and 148. So this you have to say 176 divided by 4 under the 176 divided by 4, you get 44. Okay, does it get 44? So you see that 9.5 is here. Look at where, so quarterly, you can choose anyone you want to choose here. Second half quarterly, third quarter quarterly. So in under quarterly, I would expect you to, since it is okay, you don't use the higher one. Let's use 142 for example. Because if you do the average, it's still the same thing. 142 divided by 4, it gives you 35. Okay, so you go down and say which one is better. So under it quarterly, you can choose under instead of over. Understand? It's better you choose under instead of over in quarterly. So if you look at it, 35 points. If you use the 140, so the average there will be, let's just use average. 176 divided by 4 will give you 44. 142 divided by 142 divided by 4 will give you 35.5. 35. Then 148 divided by 4 will give you 37. Okay, so if you say 37 plus 44 plus 35, okay, we give you 116. When you divide it by 3, it gives you that 8.6. So when you divide it by 3, that's 8.6. So when you divide it by 3, under quarter is at 8.6. So you can choose here and you can choose here. But under quarterly, it's better you go down to third quarter and fourth quarter. When you go to the third further, fourth further, what do? Since you got that 8.6, it's better you go here because fourth quarter will score you more. Okay, then there. So these are probability, is tap on this. So that's where you go. So I think that's the end of this video. I've taught you how you can do your games under basketball. I'll do more of basketball this time around since football. But football, okay, thank you very much. Let me not talk too much. Thank you very much. Please subscribe to my channel. It's not easy to do this video. I've been cracking my brains doing all these researches. Please, you can subscribe, you can like my video, comment positively, and encourage me. Encourage me. It's not an easy thing to do. You can encourage me in any form, in any way. Thank you very much.